With the resurgence of wing surfing, there are now many new ways to fly, and the all-new Mantis from Cabrinha is our most versatile way to take flight. The Mantis is a streamlined, lightweight, but extremely rigid handheld wing that will power up any foilboard, surfboard, skate, or snowboard. It has a simple inflated frame and a single strut to keep things light and tight. The Mantis is ideal for surfing. While fully depowered, it'll fly perfectly wherever you place it, or you can steer it through your turns with our power steering front handle. To focus on the distinctly different riding styles and preferences, the Mantis comes in two different options. The windowed options, with generous and strategically placed windows, keeps your range of visibility clear so you can focus on the task at hand. For those looking for absolute lightest and minimalist design, the Mantis is also available in a windowless option. But what makes the Mantis an absolute joy to fly is its tightly controlled frame. Its stiffness allows you to power right through the gusts or take to the air. Any way you want to fly it, the Mantis will deliver performance and predictability in an incredibly simple to use wing. So Dave, how does the Mantis differ from the X2?
I think one of the key things when you look at it straight off the bat is we've got a double strut on the X2 and we've got a single strut on the Mantis. I think that's probably the biggest change you can instantly see. And that gives you the ability, you've got an infill panel, it gives you the ability for this kite to really perform in the waves and downwind where you can shut it down by just letting it flag out. So that's probably the main focus people notice. And then windows there's that ability as well. We have that option there. So.
Yeah, and the X2 obviously with its double strut supports the canopy even when depowered. So it's a much more powerful wing. That being said, the Mantis is also very powerful, but it allows you to dump the power more efficiently because the canopy can blow down and it becomes easier to surf the wave and focus on that.
Yeah, the one thing I notice about the Mantis when I'm surfing is that when you grab the front handle and you just drop it down into the wind, it's a feather in your hand and it's fully depowered. So you can really just focus on the surfing, and this thing is just along for the ride. And anytime you need to power it back up, you just pull it back up and sheet it back in, and you're back in the game.
Right, and speaking of the handle, you mentioned it before. It has a very rigid connection to the strut, so it's really easy to maneuver the wing even when you're on the wave or going on a downwinder, or it just has very positive feedback. Combined with our wide span handles that we've also put on the Mantis, it's a very user-friendly wing.
Yeah, those wide span handles are amazing because the thing with wing surfing is that you only have a single boom, but this thing has a lot of pitch on either side. It's got a lot of yaw actually. And you need control over that yaw by being able to rotate your wrists, and the wide span handles give you a lot of that kind of control.
Right, and on the Mantis we've put our newest version of that, which has some shape to it. It's not a perfectly round shape, which gives you a much more ability to articulate the wing and gives you much more control.
Yeah, let's talk about the windows. The Mantis has windows, and there's a lot of talk about windows versus no windows. When would you want windows?
Well, for me, anytime you go out into to a spot where there's a lot of people, we firmly recommend that you get the one with windows. When we go on downwind runs, it is quite nice to have the ultimate lightweight and minimalist wing to fly, and so in those kind of circumstances, I would use the one without windows.
So at this point, it's just a preference.
It's really just a preference, and even the window version, we use a very high quality TPU material, which has very low elongation, which means that it supports the shape of the wing very well compared to some PVC options that we see in the market.
Yeah, and the windows on the Mantis are strategically placed so that you can actually fold your wing in such a way where you're not folding through the windows.
Correct. This is something we've seen in the market, and actually the wide span handles ensures that you cannot fold your wing right where the windows are. So they help maintain a better performing wing over a longer time.
So with windows, maximum visibility, but the ability to still fold it down to a small package and transport it.